Festivities wrapping up. The crowd is electric, and we'll be back to get it going right after this. Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, the show presents the National League Division Series. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shelby, Chris Singleton with you. A lot going on in this series as we get ready for Game 3, Siggy.
Man, it's been fun so far, Boog, that's for sure. After splitting the first two, Game 3 takes on even more meaning than usual. You don't want to be the team that drops this one and then be faced with having to win 2 games in a row in order to take the series. That's tough.
And the pressure on the starting pitchers is big in this one. Each of them is being counted on. Starting on the mound in this one, Max Scherzer. What do we need to know here about the right-hander? Just about to get underway. Ian Happ up to hit. And we're underway in game. Check swing called strike. That's strike 2. Scherzer, a 6'3" righty, 41 years old, and of course has a Cy Young to his credit. Out to center. One up, one down. And let's take a look at the lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Chris.
Yeah, Boo. They understand various situations and think ahead of the opponent. Teams like this know how to get down to business and focus on the task at hand.
Tosses to first. 2 away here in the top of the first. 2 down, bases empty. And up next for Chicago, Alex Bregman. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that keeps the inning alive.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. And that'll do it. 1 hit, 1 left. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. We go to the bottom of the first. On the hill here today, Justin Steele. What's the scouting report on him?
Well, there are going to be a lot of balls in play because of the ground ball rate. Important that the defense stays engaged in the game. I think it's critical. Tempo is there. If you work quickly, it helps the fielders behind you to stay engaged, to make those plays, and help you get through the innings.
Now it's going to be Kyle Stowers. Steele was recently named Pitcher of the Month for some outstanding work on the mound. Strike 2.
No question that he earned that Pitcher of the Month award, Boog. He was just dominant. String together enough of those, and you can expect some other hardware on the mantle.
Horner. And the home first moving along quickly today. 2 gone.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Jacob Marcy stands in now and watches strike one. On the ground. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Nothing doing for the Marlins. Scoreless. Third game of the division series. Second inning set to go. Seiya Suzuki getting ready to hit. Now a rip into left center. And that's got extra bases written all over it. And he starts off the second with a double.
Well, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Nico Horner will come up to hit. No score here in the second. And a foul ball. Towards first, but it kicks foul. Man at second. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Swanson digs in. Foul ball there. That clips the zone, and it's 0-2. The Cubs with a chance to score first here in Game 3 of the NLDS. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
Carson Kelly, the next to hit, takes outside. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a bouncer towards third. Long throw to first. That ends the frame. One left for the Cubs. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in my... First and second, one out. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. In the air, right field, Suzuki under this one. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. Two aboard, 2 outs. And now Javier Sanoja. There's the strike. This one in the air, center field. And that ends the inning. We'll move to the third with no score. Third game of the division series. Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Tyler Stevenson.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
Ball. Gotta love the intensity of postseason baseball. Players on both sides at such a high level of emotion. Everything is amplified. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Good job to fight that one off.
Talk about that intensity, Boo. It comes out of everybody. Think about celebrations by players like Carlos Correa, Jose Bautista, Kirk Gibson. Just iconic moments.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. The 1-2. Taps back up the middle. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Now here is Ian Happ. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And there's a foul ball. On the ground, right side. Edwards to first, and one away in the top of the third.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. The job was to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score the go-ahead run. That's exactly what happened, so you better believe your teammates are happy with you after that at bat.
Bush in the box now, takes strike one. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Battling here as he fouls it away. The Cubbies looking to strike first here in Game 3 of the NLDS.
0-1.
One and two now. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Man at second.
He went.
Tries to check his swing. Now a look to third. Didn't go. Got him.
Got him.
Strikeout. Bush not happy about that called strike. Here's the challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. That knocks them down to one challenge left. Dangerous hitter at the plate in Alex Bregman. Chop back up the middle. Lopez on the run. Throw to first. And they get the out. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Graham Pauley.
Number 21.
Pauley launched a homer. Start of the fourth. So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Pete Crow Armstrong. Check swing, and he went. And that's strike one.
You know, these Cubs just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance, and it one-hops the wall. In safely with a leadoff double. Go-ahead runs in scoring position. And now the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Headed for the plate. And they've taken the lead here in Game 3. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Well, they strike first as he gets the job done to bring home the run. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it. And that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
This one in the air, right field. And that is foul. Man at second. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Base hit into the outfield.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Dansby Swanson stands in. He's got it. Runner tags at second. The relay. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only one out. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. He's 0 for 1. That one ripped but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Two on, one out.
He wins.
Kelly started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Got him. Ricky Holiday with the call. Next to hit, Tyler Stevenson. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Hard ground ball for a base knock. In to score from third. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well, he comes through clutch with the RBI single. That was big. He wasn't able to elevate it, but he put a great swing on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Sliced hard but foul. The Cubs trying to break this one open. Top half of inning number 4. On the ground to the left. They take the force out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors, and a couple left on. Bottom 4, and now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Hauls it in, 1 away. Connor Norton, the next up for the Marlins. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Smoked into left, base hit. And a man aboard. Here's the catcher, Heriberto Hernandez. Fly to left his first time. Grounder might be 2. To Horner at second for 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Bush in the box for the 3rd time today as he takes that one off the plate. And there's the ball. Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. Marcy on his way over. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And that's a leadoff double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Here's Alex Bregman. That clips the corner.
Double barrel action.
In scoring position, nobody out. Here in game 3 of the NLDS. Fastball catches the corner at the knees. In the air, right side. Conine under it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at 3rd with 1 out.
Up next to the Cubs, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. That's in there. 0-1. Fouled off left side. Got him looking.
Strike 3.
Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki. Right through there for a strike.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. Still one challenge left for them. The 1-1 is fouled off. Oh, and this one gets away. Throw into third, and it gets away from him. And the runner is in to score from third. Bad mistake there. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Pitch is in the dirt. Full count now. Breaking ball in there. Got him looking. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 3. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Marlins, Griffin Conine. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And up next for Miami, Otto Lopez. Flied to right his first time. Makes the catch, 1 down.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Into left center for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only 1 away. Now, Graham Pauley. Fly to center his first time. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. A 3-run homer, and they tie it up. It's 3-3.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. Swanson. Now a jump throw. On the money. Nice play.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter. And a tough one at that.
That's towards center. And that will end the inning. But the Marlins get 3 on the homer. We're tied now with 3 apiece. This is the National League Division Series on the show. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Nico Hoerner will hit next. The other way. And there's 1 away. And here comes Dansby Swanson. That's in there. That clips a corner.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. So digging in, Carson Kelly. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Marcy under it. And that is that. On to the bottom of inning number 6. Tied 3 apiece. Bottom of the 6th. And now for the Marlins, Jacob Marcy. Base hit center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Oh, great stop. There's one. Double play. That was some defensive wizardry.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
And here is Heriberto Hernandez. Hit hard. Should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. In with the double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
Pretty much just a textbook double into the gap, and when you can drop one in there between the outfielders, you know you're making the turn at first. Just an excellent swing. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Stepping in, Griffin Conine. Pro Armstrong brings it in with a nice run and grab. 6 innings are in the books. Third game of the division series. And here's the DH for the Cubs, Tyler Stevenson. Hey. Right through there for a strike.
Quickly in an 0-2 hole, you're going to have to give something up here in terms of power if you want to put the ball in play with any authority.
That one ripped left field. That's back there. And it's off the wall. And a good start to the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the
now the Marlins manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Max Scherzer is done, and a pretty decent effort out of him. Tie ball game, new arm out of the pen when we get back.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm, Aaron Ashby. And here is Ian Happ. Fouled off down the right side. And the 0-1. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish.
Way to lay off that pitch down. If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw holds him at second, but the go-ahead run now in scoring position, and still nobody out. So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. Michael Book. Nice grab. There's one. A sensational double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first, and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
And in this critical spot, up steps Alex Bregman. That's in for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Sanoha. The throw to first, and that is the inning. 7th inning stretch time. All tied up at 3 apiece. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Joan Duran. Otto Lopez now at the plate. This one in the air center field. Pro Armstrong on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. So up next, Javier Sanoha. 1 for 2. Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Liam Hicks. He represents the go-ahead run. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
At the plate, Graham Pauley. That one at triple digits.
Well, with both starters out of the game, this quickly becomes a bullpen game, and this is something we see more and more in the game today, especially in the postseason.
There's a line drive to left field. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. To third. Safe. And the go-ahead runs at third.
Waste no time there. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Go-ahead run is at third. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 in this one. Here's a high fly ball out to center. And that's the third out.
Well, this guy competes hard.
So coming into the game now on defense, Maximo Acosta.
3, 0.
Back here at Lone Depot Park, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Jacob Marcy getting ready to hit. That one is absolutely belted. Carrying well. And it is out of here. And this place is rocking. And they've rallied from 3 back. It's 4-3.
The crowd is going crazy after that swing. They're loving it. Boog, I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out. Here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
On a line out towards center. For Armstrong. Takes it in for the out. And there's 1 down. Maximo Acosta, the next up for the Marlins. In the air, right field. Suzuki drops steps, heads back on it. Reaching for it, makes the catch. Garrett Clevenger gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Owen Casey. Swing and a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they...
Runner on the go again. That's ripped into the outfield. And it's into the gap. In comes the run from second. And they lead by 2. And in at second with an RBI double.
Well, that was a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get in the scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Liam Hicks, the next to hit. And a rope into center field, base hit. The throw in. Not in time. He scores. It's 6-3. Well, Singy, he is locked in. So 2 down. Graham Pauley will hit next. He's already homered in this game. Rudder takes off. In the air, center field for Armstrong. Moving under it. And that's the inning. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. All set to start the 9th in this one. Now it'll be the Cubs DH. Tyler Stevenson. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That one fouled off. There's a swing and a drive. That one back. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Ian Happ now at the plate. Happ thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Man at second. Shot into the gap, and that should bring in the run. Here comes Stevenson around third, and they cut the lead to 2. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
So up next for Chicago, Michael Busch. 1 for 4 with a double. That catches the zone for a strike. It's 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a bouncer. Pauley. He'll do it himself. Now 1 gone in the 9th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Bregman in the box lays off for ball 1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have maybe...
What a stop to first. Run scores, but a terrific play to get the out.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in. 1 out left for the Cubs. Now here is Pete Crow Armstrong. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-1. That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
In the air, left field. Stowers under it. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins now lead the series 2-1 following this pivotal Game 3 win at home.
Game 3s are very critical when you have a series tied at 1-1 because you put yourself up. Anytime you go down, you're always chasing. When you're up in the series, you feel like you're in the driver's seat. Nice win today.
So, Chris, here's a look at the final numbers from what turned out to be a really close ball game.
Yeah, this is one of those games that clearly could have gone either way, and that's kind of exactly what you expect out of postseason baseball. So competitive.
6-5 the final here today. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Yo sé que no te gustó que yo plantara